extension. But NBA insider Dave McMenamin says, he doesn't think LA is actually going to do it. He said during a radio interview, quote, I don't think they're going to be in a position to be interested in a long-term extension for AD this summer. All right, Shannon, you are insider on all things Lakers. Would you extend AD if the choice was yours?
I love AD. No, I would not.
Really?
Nope. Skip, you got to stay. Skip, I can't give you 3 years at $167 million, which is what, about $55.5 million a year.
Yeah.
I need him to stay healthy. I need him to stay healthy. I know he had a nice playoff run. Almost 23 points, 14 rebounds a game, dominating on both ends. Yes, Skip, I get it. Some nights, it seems like the odd number games, once he has that monster game to start, the games 3, game 5. Okay, I get that. But I know what AD can be. I've seen AD. AD just needs to get to a point where he understands. But at some point in time, Skip, AD 30. And at some point in time, the horse is what he is. What he is, he's going to run or he's not. Either a plow horse or he's a race horse. Ain't no in between, and you can't make one the other. I guess you can once the racehorse can't run anymore. I guess they turn him into a plow horse. You got to find some service out of him. Skip.
Well, they turn him out to stud. That's what they do.
Well, if he's worth stud, if he's won something, they'll turn him out to stud. But no, Skip, I would not. And it says you hope Anthony Davis stays healthy. That's what Dave McMenamin is reporting. You hope that Anthony Davis stays healthy and you get the best out of him next year. But I don't think they're going to be in a position to be interested in a long-term extension for this summer. How can you be mad at the Lakers? Given his history since the bubble, since that championship, Skip, how can you be mad at the Lakers for not wanting to extend him? Extend him because, he was supposed to now. LeBron was supposed to be able to kick his heels up, like, hey, I'm riding coattail now. I need somebody. Hey. When my grandfather got older, he never drove. My uncle drove him around. He's like, hey, boy, I done got too old to drive. LeBron was supposed to be like, AD, I done got too old. Just hop in the passenger seat. AD's supposed to be driving.
Yep.
But every time he try AD to drive, AD forget where he's supposed to be going, and LeBron got to get in the driver's seat and drive us home. No, Skip, I'm not doing it. And I think AD is a phenomenal player, but AD needs to get into the gym. He needs to get with LeBron's people and says, okay, LeBron, I need to borrow a Mike Macias. I'm working out with you. Whatever you do, I'm doing. Whatever you eat, I'm eating. Whatever Mike tells you to do, I'm going to do. Because all I know is work for you for 20 years. Yes, you've missed games, but hey, after 20 years, I expect you to miss 10, 15 games here and there.
Yep.
But no, Skip, I can't do it. I just can't.
I am very surprised, but not shocked by what you just said, because how many mornings did I have to sit across from you watching you hang your head over his lack of effort or lack of being there, just being there, just showing up.
A lack of availability.
Yes, or that. I get that, but it's just impossible to replace this guy. Unless you tell me you can substitute in Joel Embiid or Joker, you can get them? No, well, you can't.
I got him under contract. I ain't trying to replace him. Okay. I'm just not finna give him a long-term deal.
He's eligible for 3 more years. I did the math. It's 56. Okay, so $56 million a year. It's a lot of money, but it's, as you always say about quarterbacks, it's just the going rate.
Going rate.
Here's what you can't replace. Even though he only played 56 games, he did play 56 games. And he averaged for the regular season 26, 13, 3, and 2 blocks. Yeah. The 13 rebounds were a career high.
Led the league.
It's pretty good. It's pretty great.
Right.
And then he goes into the postseason, and as you pointed out, he averages 23, 14 rebounds, which currently leads the whole playoffs up to date, right? 14 rebounds leads, 3 assists, and 3 blocks. So we upped it from 2 blocks a game to 3 blocks. That currently leads all the playoffs from all the players who have been playing in the playoffs. So the point is, he even made, in the playoffs, 85% of his free throws, and you have had issues, certainly late game issues, but he'll go on jags where he'll just lose it at the free throw line and miss 2 and miss 2 and miss 2. Well, 85% through your playoff run It was pretty good.
Yeah, very good.
He got to the point where when he stepped up there, it looked like body language said, I'm going to make this. And he made most of them.
Okay, but let me ask you this, Skip. Since 2019-22, the championship season, he's missed an average of 35 games.
Yep.
So what am I supposed to do with that, Skip?
Live with it, because it's hard to replace the games that he does play.
Mm-hmm.
It's sort of like Jaylen Brown on a higher level. Jaylen Brown doesn't miss nearly as many games,
Right.
but you're saying, well, you can't pay both Jason and Jaylen.
Right.
And I'm saying Jaylen was second team All-NBA.
Right.
It's just hard to replace
Yeah.
that. So you have to just bite your tongue, bite your lip, and plunge and just do it, because you can't replace it. You have a better chance of winning with those two, whether they fit together or not. You won a whole lot of games with them,
Yeah.
and you did get to conference finals, and then you got to an NBA finals, and then you got back to the conference. You went all the way to Game 7.
Right.
You almost got back there again.
Right.
Because of the star power of the two of them. So I'm going to pay Jaylen Brown, and I'm going to pay AD. I'm going to lock him up for the next, what would it be? It'd be gone 3+ years, yes.
So basically, he has a player option
Yes.
after the following season. So basically, it'll be a 5-year deal. So 40, 43. So basically 80. So 83 and one. So basically about 250 million. 5 years, 250.
Okay. He's 30 years of age. And you can say, is that a good thing or bad? I still think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Like I'm doing only 30 years of age, because his body still looks good to me. When he's right,
Yeah.
he's right.
Yeah.
Again, does he have little knick-knacky injuries? Yes, he does. He's almost like, it's like the old Cowboys I covered. The term was brittle. Is he brittle?
Oh, yeah.
Yep, he's brittle.
Yeah.
Is he eggshelly? Yeah, he's kind of eggshelly,
Right.
because it's a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but it never seems to be career-threatening type thing.
Skip, I wouldn't, you know what? I give it to you like this. Even let's just say, for the sake of argument, he missed those 35 games of average since they won the championship. If he gave me the effort on a nightly basis
Yep.
that Giannis gave me, I'd have done gave it to him. I wouldn't have waited till the summer. Skip, I don't think people realize just how skilled this man is on the basketball court. I ain't talking about one end. He can shoot an 18-footer on one end, race down the court, and erase a shot attempt on the other end.
He can. I got it. You're preaching to the choir. I'm with you.
But I just, Skip, think about what has transpired. Just 5 years, 6 years ago, nobody would have taken Giannis or Jokic over Anthony Davis. Just 6 years ago.
No, agreed. I'm with you.
I remember this man gave Jokic the business. He went 31, like 11 to 12,
did.
and like 3 assists and 2 blocks.
We went to Philly and gave Embiid the business. Remember that? Just destroyed him. Okay? That's
So what
my
did
point.
I just,
Okay, so Shannon, big picture, longer term. Does he have weight problems like Zion has? Obviously weight problems. He has none of that, right?
No.
He's actually put on a little bit of upper body muscle that's starting to look pretty good
Right.
on him, but he carries it just fine, right?
Yeah.
He was a guard in high school, and
Yes.
he grew crazy, going into college,
Right.
and look at him now.
Right.
And he's listed at 6'10". He plays 7 feet tall
Yeah.
to me, right?
Yeah.
And does he have chronic injury where he's got like feet problems,
Right.
like Bill Walton-esque feet problems, where they're just going to ruin
He don't
his
have
career?
feet. He don't have, as far as we know, feet, knee. He has
No.
none of that.
Does he have an Achilles? I'm not going to. I hate to
No.
bring that. I hate to say that word out loud because you dare the injury gods. But my point is, it's just a little of this and a little of that, and this hurts and that hurts, and he's got some weird stress reaction in his
Skip,
shin.
You can't tell me that there should be a game in which
Yeah.
Anthony Davis plays somewhere between 35 and 40 minutes and gives you 13 points and 7 rebounds. That's the problem that I have.
Yeah.
I know what he is because I've seen him give me 55 and 20. But the problem is a 13 and 7
Yeah.
when you're that type of a guy.
No, he's got that drift gear in him where he goes cruise control, and I don't know. And you said one night you were at a game, you actually looked at him and
Yeah.
said, "We need you," or something like that.
Yes.
And it's like, well, Shannon Sharp needs to tell him, what?
But I think that was, he got kneed in the hip. I think he had a hip point of that.
Yep.
That might have been against the Grizzlies.
Might have been. Well, okay, I get you. So does he need a motivation coach, or like
You need a motivation coach, JD?
There you go. Maybe That's be your
I'm available.
your side hustle.
Yeah, man,
right?
yeah, give me a little side hustle.
Okay.
I'll be in his ear.
Well, you would be. I actually like that idea.
David Sr.
Yeah. Okay.
Got my number.
Okay. I'm afraid David Sr. is not going to be happy with you saying his son doesn't deserve an extension.